All right, the final day of round of 16 action takes place today at the 2026 World Cup. We have a just phenomenal and wild comeback. Just no other words than that. And then potentially maybe one of the worst games of this World Cup heads to a penalty shootout. A lot to get to here, so let's get after it. Welcome into World Cup review. It is the final day of the round of 16. Only 8 teams remain in this tournament, which means we only have 8 games left of this tournament, which is just absolutely tragic. The time has seemed to fly by, and we are now sitting here with a final 8, a bracket. Well, we've had a bracket, but a final 8, and boy, are we in for some great, great matches. 2 matches today to close it out. Let's get to the first one, which saw the defending champions Argentina come back from being 2-0 down, win it in stoppage time, and advance on to the quarterfinals with a 3-2 victory. What a interesting game, because I would say the first 12, 13-ish minutes, neither side felt like they could get anything going. And then it's like kind of out of nowhere, Egypt get a corner. It's a short corner. Ball ends up with Yasser Ibrahim, and he puts it past the goalkeeper, Dibu Martínez, and it's all of a sudden 1-0 Egypt 15 minutes into this game. I was just, it was a brilliant delivery, I have to say that. Martínez kind of just looked like he was asleep at the wheel a bit, 15th minute of the game, first real true opportunity, and he concedes. This was the first time since the game against Saudi Arabia in 2022 to open up the group stage that Argentina was trailing in a World Cup game. That, to me, was kind of shocking, but also kind of makes sense. Like, I think back, I was mostly thinking of the France game, the final, but I do remember they were up 2-0. Mbappe tied it at 2-2. They both scored in extra time and obviously went to penalties. Speaking of penalties, 19th minute, Fernandez is fouled in the box. Messi, of course, steps up to take the penalty, and he misses. Mostafa Ahmed Sober guesses the right way, dives for it, makes a save against Messi, and this game is still 1-0 Egypt just 21 minutes into this game. Messi has now missed half of his penalty attempts at a World Cup. He is the first to miss 2 penalties in the same World Cup. Both of those stats exclude penalty shootouts, but still, I just, after that point, like, Argentina, yes, was attacking more and more. It felt like their goal was coming, but they never could get that goal. It goes 1-0 to halftime. For that fact, that was the first time since 2010 that Argentina were behind at the half, which, again, just another just shocking stat. Of course, that time they were being managed by Diego Maradona. They obviously are not being managed by him this time. Egypt were defending brilliantly. 58th minute, a beautiful counterattack from Egypt. Zico ends up with the ball. He puts it into the back of the net. It's 2-0 Egypt, 58 minutes into this game. But they go to VAR because there was a foul in the build-up, and Argentina just breathe a sigh of relief because, they're still down, but going down 2-0 with, 30 minutes left in the game, not the best of signs. It was a brilliant goal, though. So disappointing that it got, taken off the board. It's not going to really matter for anything, but it was a fantastic, fantastic goal. 67th minute, guess who it is? It's Mustafa Zico. He finds the back of the net for real this time on the counter, and it's 2-0 Egypt, 67th minute. It feels like this is actually happening now because Argentina have 20 minutes. Now, we've seen teams come back before. It took Belgium about 2 minutes to do it against Senegal. Egypt have plenty of time to blow this game, basically. Argentina I don't think they had ever won a previous game where they were trailing by 2+ goals. And then game is back on just about 10 minutes later, 79th minute. A just beautiful cross into the box from Messi, finds Christian Romero. He heads it into the back of the net. 2-1 Egypt, still 11 minutes to play, plus, of course, stoppage time. You knew this game wasn't going down without a fight, especially for, of course, Lionel Messi. And what does he do? 83rd minute, Egypt failed to clear a opportunity in the box. It ends up with Gonzalo Montiel, who gets it to Messi, who just puts it in the back of the net. 2-2, 83rd minute. Like I said, just like that, snap of a finger, we are level, and Argentina have all of the momentum, truly. They could not have had more momentum if they tried. 7 minutes added on in the second half, and it is a brilliant play. Lautaro Martínez gets the ball into the box. Enzo Fernandez puts it in the back of the box or back of the net. 3-2 Argentina in the second minute of stoppage time. The comeback is complete. All the stats are broken. And 3 goals in 13 minutes. And Argentina are on to the quarterfinal. What a game, truly. I don't really have much else to say past that. Just a absolutely phenomenal game of football. It truly felt like that was going to be the end for Argentina at this tournament. They lived to fight another day. Boy, it really did feel like that was going to be the ending for Messi. For Argentina, though, they keep surviving. Cabo Verde gave them a fight. Egypt have given them a fight. It is now, of course, going to be up to, we'll get to it in a minute here. What a game. The fact, this Argentina team really hasn't done a lot this tournament, and they really haven't had to. These past 2 games have been kind of eye-openers, though. I know they'll figure it out. They're saving it, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they are just this bad. Who knows? But Argentina move on to the quarterfinals where they will be facing Switzerland as Switzerland defeat Colombia in penalty kicks 4-3 after maybe one of the worst games of this World Cup. A 0-0 game through 90. a 0-0 game through 120. 3 missed penalties, 2 from Colombia, 1 from Switzerland, and Switzerland are on to the round of 16. Again, not much to recap here. It's a 0-0 game. It was one of the most 0-0 games to ever 0-0. Penalty shootout. Colombia went up first. It was Juan Quintero. He converts. Granit Xhaka just barely converts. It's 1-1 after one round. This is where things really changed. That second round, Davinson Sanchez steps up, smashes a beautiful shot, bounces off the crossbar, bounces down, not like on the goal line, but not enough to be in the back of the net. Switzerland now have the advantage. Zeki Amundi would convert his penalty. So after 2 rounds, it's 2-1 Switzerland. Jamion Campez would convert at the top of the third. And then it would be Manuel Akanji who just skied a ball way above the crossbar into the stands. We are 2-2 after 3 rounds. We're back level. And that level only truly lasted about 30 seconds because Juan Hernandez steps up for Colombia at the top of the 4th round. He goes to his left, but Gregor Kobel makes the save, and that would be the game changer there, as it would be Cedric Etienne who sent it right down the middle to make it 3-2 Switzerland. Luis Díaz kept it alive at the top of the 5th, but it would be Ruben Vargas scoring a just beautiful effort into the bottom left corner to send Switzerland on to the quarterfinals of this tournament. Again, I don't really know much else to say. This wasn't the greatest of games. Wasn't the greatest of penalty shootouts, if we're honest. But for Switzerland, they make it to the quarterfinals for the first time since 1954. Three of the first 4 tournaments, they made it to the quarterfinal and have not been there since. So a massive, massive day for Murat Yakin, the manager for Switzerland, and of course Granit Xhaka, the captain, as they book their spot in the quarterfinals where they will be taking on Argentina in what will be quite the interesting game, just given how Argentina have played these past 2 games, because there is a decent chance you will see a very similar performance to what we saw them put up against Colombia come Saturday night against Argentina, because that truly, really the only way Switzerland are going to win games like this. So they got to play their own style, and that's what we're going to see. So that leaves us with 8 teams left at this World Cup. We have the day off tomorrow, which is the first day off in a long while since, the day before the World Cup started on June 10th. So June 9th. We almost went a full month with football. But we come back to on Thursday. France-Morocco should be a phenomenal game. Friday, Spain-Belgium. Again, we'll see. We'll see. And then on the 11th, we have a doubleheader as it is Norway taking on England and Argentina taking on Switzerland. The big names are still here. Obviously, there is no Brazil. That's probably the biggest name not here anymore. If you want to count the U.S., go ahead. I don't. Belgium is still a bigger name. But yeah, the big names are still here. We are going to have a phenomenal run to the final. We only have a week and a half left, so we got to enjoy it while we can because it's not coming back for another 4 years. So, thank you so much for watching this recap video here on the Nick Bird Sports Network. If you just stumbled across this video, click like, click subscribe, tell anybody you know about it. Back in the routine, preview on Thursday morning. We'll recap it Thursday night, roll through that in the quarterfinals, the semifinals, the third place game, and the final. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you again soon for another episode here on the Nick Burt Sports Network.